Morning. This is a mantra from one of the ancient texts that we have, Shvetashvatara Upanishad. Shvetashvatara is the name of the supposed author, but also it has many selected mantras from Vedas themselves, much more ancient. This one is probably by Mr. Shvetashvatara. I don't know. It's ancient for sure, and you will see the meaning also is relevant to our present times. Everything is Sarvanana Shiro Grivaha, Sarvanana Shiro Grivaha, Sarva Bhuta Guhashayaha, Sarva Bhuta Guhashaya, Sarva Vyapi Sabhagavan, Sarva Vyapi Sabhagavan, Tasmat Sarvagataha Shivaha, Tasmat Sarvagataha Shivaha. I'll show again. Sarvanana Shiro Griva, Sarvanana Shiro Griva, Sarva Bhuta Guhashaya, Sarva Bhuta Guhashaya, Sarva Vyapi Sabhagavans, Sarva Vyapi Sabhagavans, Tasmat Sarvagataha Shivaha, Tasmat Sarvagataha Shivaha. So, I think one more time together is good. Wherever you are, you can join me. Sarvanana Shiro Grivaha, Sarva Bhuta Guhashaya, Sarva Vyapi Sabhagavans, Tasmat Sarvagataha Shivaha, Tasmat Sarvagataha Shivaha. First thing you will notice, so many sarvas. Sarvanana, Sarvabhuta, Sarvavyapi, Sarvagata. Every line has a sarva. Sarva always means the same thing. It doesn't have any double meaning. It means all, or in singular, each and every or all. So all, sarva anana. Sarva anana. Anana is the face. Anana is the face. So it's a compound word. We have to see all of the parts of it and how it relates to the rest. So meanwhile it says all faces. Shiro is shirah. Shiro is head. And the sarva goes with everything. That's the compound word it is. Sarvanana, all faces. Sarvashira, all heads. Griva is neck. Sarvagriva, and all necks. And because it is descriptive compound, it goes with Bhagavan. Bhagavans is, when there's a change, we call it due to sandhi, meeting with the ta following a s cut in. Other than that, it is just Bhagavan, which people translate, as the Lord, God. Here, God is the supreme self of all beings, the universal I am and absolute I am. I am is pure consciousness. So, all the same, you cannot say everything every time. It is Vedanta, deriving everything from the one, and the one never goes away. So, Bhagavan, the Lord, or God, cosmic consciousness, the absolute I am, You choose your words. Is described here. Having everybody's face, everybody's head, everybody's neck. In other words, everybody's face, everybody's head, everybody's neck belongs to the one, is God's face, God's head, God's neck. Sarvabhuta, Sarvabhuta, Bhuta means beings, so all beings. Guha Ashaya. Guha Ashaya makes a sandhi. Guha Ashaya. Ashaya is the place where you sleep, where you rest, where you reside. Guha is, originally it means the cave. When in these scriptures they speak about the cave, they mean the cave of the heart. Guha means literally the hidden place, you know, where animals go to be safe, to rest, yes, and to live. And what about people? In us, that secret place is called the heart. You know, you have the physical heart. Within that is the heart of prana, of energy, electricity, life. Within that is the, emotional heart. Within that is the mental and intellectual center of our being, and within that is the existential center. So we don't have that heart, we are that. It is our highest existence. The I am is called the heart. Here it is said to reside in the heart, guha, of all beings. The cave is the protected place. So even our mind can make a huge mess, making another philosophy and concept and dogma out of it, and somehow trying to slant everything. It means all beings have a heart, and it includes animals, it includes plants, it includes everything, especially human beings, for sure, who have such capacity of feeling and knowing. Sarva Vyapi, and the same Bhagavan is described as all pervading. Vyap is to pervade, all pervading, inside and outside. Yes, I am dwells in the heart, in the innermost center of our being. It is the existential center. It is pure spirit, pure consciousness. You can say he or she or it, because it is beyond, for sure. Sarvavyapi, not only in the heart, but sarvavyapi. What about the body? It pervades. What about the senses, the thinking mind, the higher mind, wisdom, intuitive wisdom, knowledge? It pervades all that. Sa, that is Bhagavan. Bhaga means all the glory and majesty and greatness. Van means the one who has that. So the Lord is the Supreme Lord, consciousness, the source and the ruler of everything and everybody, from the inside, Sarvabhuta Guhashaya, but all-pervading. Tasmad, therefore, it is called Sarvagata, another way of saying all-pervading or omnipresent. Omni is Sarva. Omni means all. Gata, gone, literally gone everywhere, present everywhere. Shiva, you can give a name if you wish. There are many possible names, and people do give their favorite name. Shiva is a favorite name, especially in this Upanishad also. The original meaning is all blissful, peaceful, bliss and peace and auspiciousness and absolute tranquility beyond the processes of the universe, actually. Shiva, Shivam, and Shiva, same. And a little bit literal meaning I gave. Let us chant it, see how it fits together again. Sarvanana Shiro Grivaha, Sarvanana Shiro Grivaha, Sarvabhuta Guhashaya, Sarvabhuta Guhashaya, Sarvavyapi Sabhagavans, Sarvavyapi Sabhagavans, Tasmat Sarvagataha Shivaha, Tasmat Sarvagataha Shivaha. These are 8 syllables in each line, and there's so many styles of chanting. We do here also. Sarvanana Shirogriva, Sarvanana Shirogriva, Sarvabhuta Guhashaya, Sarvabhuta Guhashaya, Sarvavyapi Sabhagavans, Sarvavyapi Sabhagavans, Tasmat Sarvagatah Shivaha, Tasmat Sarvagatah Shivaha. In many other mantras from the same text and similar ones, that Bhagavan is called the Atma, Sarva Bhutantaratma, the self, which again is the life, is the spirit, Sarva Bhutantaratma, in all beings. And it doesn't say that there are exceptions. Whoever brought in the differences, they're not in this line of experience and teaching. The differences are on the outside for sure, but on the inside, if you neglect the fact that we are one on the inside, society will become like hell, you know. It does happen. To feel it makes all the difference. For that reason we meditate, we do our purification, we study, we serve the best we can. And we like to share this kind of teaching. It tells you, you know, that anytime you hurt any feeling, living being, you're hurting the body of God. So whatever your karma will be, it won't be good for that reason. So you better, not you, anybody, including myself. Sometimes inadvertently we hurt somebody. Then we make amends, we do our best. Violence starts in the mind, naturally. So the mind should be treated with this kind of teaching and mantra. Chant again. Sarvanana Shirogriva, Sarvabhuta Guhashaya, Sarvavyapi Sabhagavans, Tasmat Sarvagatah Shivaha. Our Guru gave one translation in his book on Shvetashvatara Upanishad. Since the absolute God, absolute I Am, is omnipresent, therefore all faces are his face, all heads and necks are his head and neck. He dwells in the hearts of all beings as the all-pervading Bhagavan. He is the Antaryami, the leading force in all beings, guiding them toward liberation and freedom. He is Shiva. Let us see if there is anything that needs further explanation, or is it self-explanatory? The thought, I will give a comprehensive one more time. That Lord, that absolute or universal Bhagavan, universal consciousness, God, that God has all faces and heads and necks as his own faces and head and neck. It has its residence, its resting place in the heart of all beings. It is the all-pervading one, and therefore it is called omnipresent. It is called Shiva. Shiva is the place of absolute tranquility, transcendental peace and bliss. Hidden. Guha is the hidden place. The mind may not feel it because without a training of meditation you just don't feel it, and that explains why people behave the way they do. They don't feel it. They're so far away from their own heart when they do violence to others, needless violence. So far from their own heart. On their way, who knows, not a good place. We must do our best, starting with ourselves, purification of the heart. Otherwise, how can we change the world if our own heart is full of conflict and misunderstanding and unresolved emotions? So meditation helps with that. Yoga helps with that. And study these teachings, because to replace all the teachings that were put in here by society and by our upbringing and schooling, they don't teach exactly like this, I think. So we do. Sarvanana shirogrivaha sarvabhuta guhashayah sarvavyapi sabhagavans tasmat sarvagataha shivaha tasmat sarvagataha shivaha. Om.